So behind me, we have one of the key facets, one of the most important aspects to any truly sustainable lifestyle, and that is our garden. That is our food production system. And we have a really great system because not only are we producing more food than everybody here could eat, even if we tried to eat as much as we could, but we're doing it basically without any monetary resources. We're doing it without any pesticides, any herbicides, any fertilizers. We're really not doing it with any purchased, paid for, manufactured, processed, goods or resources of any kind. In fact, we are actually utilizing trash as our #1 resource for this success. And this brings me back to, again, what does sustainability really mean? And sustainability really means utilizing what is most abundantly available in whatever environment that we're in. And so in an urban environment, trash is actually the biggest resource. So for example, we've got pallets that we use all the time. We use them for compost bins. We use them for raised beds. We've got cardboard. We use that all the time. It's one of the best techniques that we have. Instead of, weeding and tilling and doing all this kind of a thing, we just take pieces of cardboard, we set it on top of the weeds or on top of the grass, and then we pile mulch on top of that. And not only does it kill the weeds or keep weeds from growing, but that all then composts into the soil. It also helps keep the water in the soil after we water, and it also protects the soil from the really hot summers that we get here. So all of those things are beneficial. All of those things are easy. All of those things are coming from an abundantly available resource. All of our compost is mainly trash. We've got the foundation of that being our decomposing toilets, right? Our pee and our poo. And this is really the foundation of all, sustainable ecosystems. In nature, all the resources that an animal consumes is going right back to the environment from which they consumed that resource. So it's that circle of life. It's the give and the take. It's the give and the take. In most human aspects of life, not just in their food, humans are harvesting mass amounts of resources from one area. They are then bringing them to another area, processing them in some way, bringing them to another area, bringing them to another area, and every step of the way, more and more resources are used to achieve eating food. So what we're doing is using the least amount of resources possible. In fact, in many cases, we are using resources that would otherwise be trash. So again, instead of using clean water and paying for that clean water, and then using the grid system to filter all that water, which is a mass amount of money and time and resources, we are peeing and pooing and decomposing toilets, not using any water to get rid of that in any way, and then we're not paying to get rid of it or anything of that nature. We're actually taking that pee and that poo, we're composting it into perfect soil, and then we're growing food out of it. We compost all junk mail and newspaper and cardboard. We compost wood chips. Wood chips and leaves are two of the biggest trash resources that we have. There are tree trimming companies all over the Metroplex who are, cutting down trees or cutting down limbs. They're mulching them into these big trucks, and then they're actually paying money to then dump these trucks in the landfill. And so we're giving them a free place to dump. They come here, they dump these huge piles of wood chips, which we can use for mulch or compost. Same thing with leaves. There's thousands and thousands of bags of leaves that people are paying to be raked up. They're paying to be picked up. And what is it doing? It's going to a landfill and it's sitting there. So we're actually reversing the whole process of waste, and we're taking that waste, that trash, and we're alchemizing it into life. We're alchemizing it into food. We're alchemizing into an abundant resource that enriches our life. This is the foundation of our sustainable food production system. This and so much more is possible.